This episode of Vic's Basement is brought to you by EB Games. Support us by buying your video games at EB Games.
Hello, everyone. I didn't want to blow the eardrums of Aaron because we're on labs again. We have accelerated to brand new technology. So
never mind our eardrums.
No, you guys can take it. You work with me every day.
Yeah, really.
Yes, you can.
Just be reasonable, Vic. Be reasonable.
Can you finish your cookies before we start shooting? What's going on?
This is a Twitch show. Who cares? Just have fun. You want to eat your burrito? Eat your burrito. Vic's got a burrito right there. He's not eating it.
He does. Yeah, you should be able to eat your burrito.
I
know.
I can see it.
It's one of those burritos that you have to keep eating because it has a little bit of spice, so you feel like you need to keep eating it to temper the spice.
And sweet potatoes.
Guys, I'm gonna relax today. Unbutton my pants.
You got cookie crumbs on your shirt.
Guys, by the way.
What?
I'm in the short chair this week because last week I misbehaved.
You were bad.
You did.
Yeah. Scott was bad. He gets the bad chair.
Originally, Vic wanted me to Blair Witch in the corner over there, but it was too scary, so I'm on the short chair.
To Blair Witch in the corner.
Let's talk about the Avengers.
Oh, right, because Blake is here now. Not yet. He says not yet.
Not yet? Come on, Blake. I want to talk about the Avengers with you.
Listen, I don't have any interesting thoughts on the Avengers, but I will tell you I felt exhausted when I heard the announcement that the production had started on the Captain America movie. I did. That's enough, man.
Every hero that's been on the Marvel movie screens except for Guardians, I think, and Thor and Hulk are in this movie.
Right.
So they're all in it.
I know, it's your exciting time, so do your exciting thing. Like, talk with him in exciting ways about this.
So, Vic, what are you excited about?
Well, it's a great story in the books, the Civil War story. It was one of the coolest event type things in recent Marvel history. So if they honor that like they have with the Avengers and with the previous Captain America movie, this will be a hell of a film.
Okay.
And it sets up the whole sort of grand cresting finale of where they've been building to.
Yeah.
You're a grand cresting finale. You know that?
What does that even mean? No.
I don't know either.
Okay.
Well, it's in the Infinity War is where we're all leading to with all this stuff. Are you Avengered out?
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Are you?
I'm trying to be positive. This is me trying to be positive.
You don't want any more? If they just ended right there, that would be good for you.
I feel so winded by this movie. Like, we saw it, and for sure we enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Vic for sure enjoyed it. It's one of his rare 10s. What else have you given a 10 to?
I've given a few other things 10 this year. But
well, there was
I really loved it.
Your honeymoon.
He gave Mario Kart because he and I did the DLC for Mario Kart, which makes it a full, complete game now. So he gave that a 10.
Yeah.
And Marvel's Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, starring James Spader, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much more. Like, my Marvel tank is full. And you know what? I'm excited for the Ant-Man, just because Paul Rudd, cute. I'm not even into men, but I'm open to it being interesting. And it's about a man who can make himself really small.
Right.
Is that what you learned from the trailer?
Well,
is that the superpower that you dreamed of when you were?
I don't want to be small. I mean, I don't want to go into penis jokes, but it's easy. It's easy right now, but I'm turning away from that. I feel the vortex pulling me towards it.
That's really mature of you.
I really matured this week. You're right.
Wow. You know, Scott, we need to talk about something that we did.
What did we do
this morning? Super early. So I feel like because I feel like but I feel like we've depleted a little bit. So I feel like it's affecting Vic.
Well, why are you blaming us? We're just being. We did a healthy thing. We climbed Grouse Mountain.
It opened today.
It opened. We went with a couple friends from Relic.
Yeah, but because I have to train for Machu Picchu. I'm paranoid.
Next week. I didn't know you were leaving that soon.
I know. I'm terrified.
Okay.
So I had to train. Vic doesn't want to do it.
What
he doesn't do it.
He doesn't want to do
He did it
Grind.
once.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it on a shoot day, but I like doing it.
See, that's what that means. Don't do it on a shoot day.
I know, don't do it on a shoot day. Okay, now we learned. Oh, we're in trouble.
No, I want to go next Friday. Anyway, we did it, and so I don't know why you want to tell everyone.
Because I feel like we've hit a wall, and I feel like it's affecting Vic.
If you guys can handle it, it's all good. I just know I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that
and then shoot,
and then go off and do the rest of the the workday. No way.
Okay, fine.
It takes your whole the wind right out.
Those relic guys were going into the relic and doing whatever relic guys do during the day.
They're not having to stand up and talk to people and be in front of the camera. This is a whole other sort of energy exertion thing.
That's true.
So we did it. Did you want to say something else about us?
No, I'm just saying we did it, and I feel like I'm hitting the wall.
Because nobody lives in Vancouver.
It's you climb a mountain. You climb a mountain here in Vancouver, and it's just basically like a really steep flight of stairs almost. That's the best thing I can compare it to for an hour, like doing it for just a full hour and sweating to death. Blake does it all the time. He's a grouse grinder. He's a grouse grinder.
He's post grouse grind now.
He's over it.
Well, my record was 36 minutes.
That's amazing. Like that's what athletes do then.
Yeah, I could do. My record was like 4 or 5 in a single day.
That's gross. Seriously,
incredible.
When I was going up, like I can't believe people actually go down and do it again. Because I was hating every second of it while I was doing it. But once you get to the top, you feel amazing.
I thought it wasn't too bad today. We stayed together, but my relic friends, I'm sorry for naming the names, they went ahead and they were fast and they're in super good shape.
Yeah.
Does Jason, does he run? Does he run it?
He just had a marathon.
And so he runs up Grouse Grind.
No, he doesn't run up. They were chatting and just it was a hike for them. But for everybody else, like us, it was grueling.
I just feel really bad about myself when elderly people pass with their hands behind their back, just just like going up, and I'm.
Well, it's something you have to prepare for. And you talk about it and you think, oh, that's achievable. That's not going to be any big deal. But then you actually do it, and it's.
They've gotten much more. They warn people now. It's not just a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
You got to really be in shape. You can't wear sandals. You can't wear long pants. You got to be ready.
Yeah.
You got to be ready to do something pretty
really
extraordinary, and you'll never forget it for the rest of your life. Not everybody's going to be able to do it. A lot of people turn around and go back down.
Which is what I did the first time. Yeah. Because I was trying to keep up with everybody and chat, talk.
Yeah, you can't.
And I was also wearing tight jeans, and it was just all.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then I was totally out of breath at about a quarter of the way.
No,
like, I'm going to die.
He was still wearing his codpiece.
Yeah. I'd come straight from superheroing. No, it's but then the next time, if you go at the pace that you can breathe, I did it in an hour and a half or something like that, so it wasn't terrible. I want to do it again.
Listen,
I'll do it this summer.
I want to go back to the Avengers because I know you have more thoughts, and I know it's been 2 weeks now.
Are you ready to talk Avengers?
Okay, we're going to talk Avengers, but listen,
yes, I'm doing all my technical stuff.
Blake is ready.
The Cash for Kyle auction is over.
Woo!
It's all over. Thank you, everyone who contributed. We actually, seems like so far we haven't. People are sending in their money now. They have to make good on the bids they made. It looks like a pretty successful event, and I'm very, very proud of you guys. I'm proud of myself, especially, and I'm proud of you guys. You guys did great. This was amazing.
All for Kyle. All the money that gets raised, and this is the thing now, right? All of the winning bids are in. That's all figured out. The emails are going out very soon, and we need everybody that's won on the bid to. Pay the money through PayPal, and then the stuff starts going out early next week, and we will announce the people that won next week. We thought we'd be able to do that all today, but there's not enough time.
Right. We just want to make sure that we get the money for the goods first, and then we send.
It doesn't make sense sort of tallying it or talking about who won what until they confirm and the money's coming back. But all of the stuff will be delivered, and we'll sign the stuff that you want us to, and people have asked for photographs that we'll sign. We'll do all of that stuff. And maybe we'll throw a couple other nice things into the boxes too.
We also
a date with Scott.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a date with anybody. Just Vic.
Okay.
To the Avengers.
To the Avengers.
I'll see it for the
again,
third time.
3 times Vic once ago. But listen, we did have one person who donated something. I don't want to give you the details, but some people were extraordinary.
Yeah.
They went above and beyond anything we could ever have imagined. And so we have the best fans anywhere in the world, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and it's because we love Kyle, and it's nice to rally around something like that.
I hope he's having a good day. Kyle, if you're out there, we're thinking about you, buddy.
We love you, man.
We do love you.
Yeah.
Listen, let's go back to the Avengers.
He tweeted something nice today because I had to kind of...
he didn't tweet me anything.
Well, I keep getting asked because the top 100 repeat is winding up for reviews on the run, so every day I'm getting 2 or 3 or 4 in different social spaces. When's reviews going to be coming back? When's reviews on the run coming back? We don't know. We want to bring it back, but it takes more financing than we have right now to build a whole another half-hour show. What is happening and I guess we can announce it here first, is that Stephen Raju and Ben and Jose will, both of those teams are going to be integrated back into EP, so we're going to see reviews from those teams again very soon, which we've been missing. We miss those guys, so that's awesome. The idea of another half-hour reviews on the run sounds great, but we can't do it with the financing that we have currently or the manpower that we have currently. But we are knocking on a lot of doors and having a lot of really interesting conversations, and we'll let you know. Okay, so stay tuned on that. But Kyle said it would be great if Reviews on the Run was back this fall. And are you guys still going to have your E3 conversations as a group? And so, yes, we will have our E3 conversations as a group. It might be shifted a little bit differently in EP Daily, but we will definitely do that. And everybody, please stay tuned and you know, keep your radar dishes on for more reviews.
We are planning for E3 already.
Yeah.
Like we're already having meetings about it. I mean, everybody is, I guess.
Well, we're scheduling now. A lot of the invites are coming in, which is great. But I also want people to know, I just feel like the people that write in and asking about reviews, I'm just wondering if they are watching EP Daily. Are they aware that most of the show on EP Daily is reviews on the run?
Well, a big chunk of it. So much of the content is reviews every day that we do.
Right. So if you're missing reviews on the run, please watch EP Daily. It's all there. All the reviews that we're doing, everything that's up to date is all on EP Daily.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they're missing out on that because they were just used to reviews and they didn't watch EP Daily before that. Because some people were just strictly reviews.
Yes. Yeah. We
So
hit
they might
fans
not
of
know.
either show for
Listen,
sure.
guys, let's get on to the Ultron thing.
Yes.
I know Blake is just seething to get his hooks into Vic.
No.
Yeah, he's ready to
for
go.
it.
No.
Go for it, Ultron.
So wait a second. I don't even know how this started, but last week you guys started having this argument before we started
It wasn't
shooting.
an argument. It was
You guys were ready to go to
gentleman's
fisticuffs.
disagreement.
I always respect Blake's opinion.
I'm glad Vic likes this movie. I wish I liked this movie too.
All right, so we're
I'm
going to hear
envious.
about the problems. It's so weird because we're talking to you and you're off camera, but it's okay. Stay over there.
No, you
Like
should
the voice
come
of
over.
the voice of
Where is
you know what? Let me.
Squeeze right in.
I'm out. I'm out.
Squeeze right
No,
in.
you.
I'll just
okay.
Blair Witch back here.
Slide over
It
a
is
little bit.
Blair
No,
Witch.
he's not in yet. Are you in? Okay, you're in and you're bigger than all of us, which is perfect. Go for it.
Scott, you.
What do you want me to just explain why I don't like the
Yeah,
movie?
tell us why Age of Ultron, because I think in your words, Age of Ultron
Sit up
is
straight, sit
a
up
bunch
straight.
of ideas that don't coalesce
Yeah,
together
none of
into
the
something.
none of the ideas mesh together the way they should.
Yes.
In the film, you have
People can see you, Blake. Don't get nervous.
well, now I'm nervous. Okay, so
Scott, please don't distract me.
no, so just a warning. Just a warning. Now we're going to get into spoilers from the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled, you should probably put your fingers in your ears right now.
Okay.
The film has how many different ideas? Like it has Ultron, Iron Man creating Ultron. You have Black Widow and Hulk, their
Yeah.
relationship. You have
You
the
have the
Vision.
twins.
You have the twins. You have like 7 or 8. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since I saw it, but I counted about 7 or 8 distinct plot lines and threads and story ideas.
Right.
Not a single one of them meshes together thematically. Normally, when you have a big ensemble movie with a lot of different ideas, they should all revolve around the same thematic core to
Yeah,
like
but-
sort of hold them all
Okay.
together.
I'll let you finish.
And there's no thematic core to the Avengers Age of Ultron. Everything is just sort of a mishmash of different things and different ideas that are all kind of thrown in together. It's just a bunch of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
And the big point is, like, at the end of the day, what is Age of Ultron about?
Okay.
And I don't mean describe the plot. I mean, what is it about?
Thematically at the
What are you
core.
supposed to think about when you're walking home from the theater? What's the moral at the end of the story? And there isn't one.
You and I got into a really good discussion about just Ultron himself because it's about Ultron. It's about Age of Ultron, but we don't know what he's doing. Every time we go back to the Avengers, we don't know what Ultron's doing when they're all together, not knowing what he's
he
doing.
has he has the 1 30-second scene at the beginning where Tony Stark and Hulk, Bruce Banner are discussing, Ultron, they've mentioned it in passing as something, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then another 30 seconds after they've made him and he turns evil. When
Yeah.
You have the two stupid circles, the orange one and the blue one, and one of them sort of envelops the other one. And then that's like 2 scenes that are 30 seconds each, and that's the setup for our main villain, who's in the title of the movie.
Right, okay.
And then the rest of it is just like mentioned in passing, like, he's
Doing
taking over
this.
robots factories all over the world. Okay, well, why don't you actually show that? And the reason they don't show that is because they needed to save all that screen time for Hawkeye's farm.
Well, Ultron is the
Hawkeye's farm.
Which was
Ultron
boring
is
as hell.
the embodiment
It's the worst.
of the power that they have as a collective, gone power crazy. And that is what the moral of this movie is.
I would have liked to have seen that, though.
Well, that's what happens, and we have an understanding that AI is going to work exponentially quicker than the human mind, and that's exactly what is presented on screen. This guy was the Ultron ideal was created as a protector, and ultimately he sees human beings as insignificant, and that is a direct mirror to the way that these superheroes and what makes them superheroes could also evolve into in lesser. With lesser capability. But all of these heroes fight against the urges to just stamp out humanity or to pass them by. And that's what makes them so, godlike. But
Right.
there is also this idea of creation in this movie, and these characters kind of understanding that they have repercussions with their godlike abilities. And the thing about a movie like this, with all of its myriad threads, it doesn't exist as a solitary piece of entertainment. It exists as a web and as a connector to lots of different other opportunities for the storytelling, just like the source material that it's lifted from. Comics read exactly the way that Avengers played out on screen. And what this movie really does is it sets up that Robert Downey Jr., that Tony Stark is so in love with himself, he will put the world in jeopardy because he just thinks he can never do anything wrong, and that's what we're going to see in Civil War. So that's really what gets presented in this.
Yeah, but that's my big problem with this movie, is that it's not a movie. It's part of a larger thing, which you can do. You can have a movie that is part of a shared universe and has movies that come before and movies that come after, but it should feel like a complete movie with a beginning, middle, and end all on its own.
I certainly felt that it accomplished that.
It just felt like too many different things, and it didn't stand on its own.
It's not the origin story.
No, that's fine. It doesn't have to be.
But I feel like when you have a disparate amount of sources, like all of these different characters, they're not supposed to work together. But I think he made a movie that does, again,
but I mean,
work very well.
Back to my initial point, there's no thematic glue for all the other. There is, I mean, Ultron there's certainly a message about power and ultimate power corrupting everybody, but that's the Ultron story. That has nothing to do with the twins story or the Hulk story or the Vision story or any of the other stuff.
I would say
that's the one thing. That's one small portion of it.
Probably the weakest element in the whole movie.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been in the movie at all.
It feels like they were just brand extension, and also the opportunity for Whedon to kill one of the characters. Spoiler, but that didn't ruin the film for me. It just gave the movie more color. And there's also a tip to a potential Scarlet Witch and Vision romance that comes up down the road, which is also true to the comic stuff.
I don't want to see that.
I know these movies are so overtly in love with the material that they're based on that they run the danger of just looking like they're not for everybody.
Look at Captain America 2, how perfect that movie was. That was part of a larger thing.
Yes.
It established it changed stuff dramatically in the Marvel universe. It had characters that were before and after and set up stuff for down the road. But it still felt like a complete movie that was solid, and it was everything in that movie revolves around the same idea. And Ultron doesn't.
Yeah, it's a bigger deal. I think when you throw in Thor and you throw in an army of artificial intelligent robots and the Hulk.
But why do you need to throw those things in?
Well, they're in. That's where the comics are based on. These are the characters and the properties that the comics are based on.
But
we're smart enough to balance all of these things and make it real world.
It didn't feel balanced to me. But the thing is, if you're going to include all of them, they should have a good reason for being there, and they didn't feel like they had a good reason. Like Hawkeye's whole thing, it just felt like Jeremy Renner's agent said, "You have to give my guy more screen time."
No,
it didn't feel.
The character of Hawkeye. Absolutely.
It didn't feel necessary.
They're humanizing him.
It didn't feel necessary with the story they were trying to tell in the film. It could have, and it didn't.
The thing that I will argue is everything feels rushed. The whole movie feels rushed.
It does.
It's packed with everything in it. But at the end of
they
2.5 hours...
They should have maybe taken a few things. Vision shouldn't have been in the movie.
Guys.
Vision's amazing.
You could take that whole chunk out and it would still stand on
Vision's the best part of the movie.
Guys, listen, you both get 30 seconds and then this is done. Okay? So let's start with you, Victor Lucas. and then Blake, you'll get the final 30 seconds.
No, Vic can have the final.
This exists like an Empire Strikes Back. This is the setup for where this is all going.
Okay, just let him go. Let him go.
Anybody who wants to know what's wrong with The Empire Strikes Back needs to read what Joss Whedon wrote about The Empire Strikes Back, where he says that it's the problem with the Empire. The problem with The Empire Strikes Back is that it's not a movie. It's the middle part of a bigger movie, and that's a problem. And Joss Whedon was absolutely right, and he made the same mistake with Age of Ultron.
Yet Empire Strikes Back is fucking awesome, and
but
we
it's
all know
not.
that.
It's not as good as the first. Star
Okay,
Wars
6 more seconds.
But I'm in all seriousness, I don't want to not like this movie. I just don't, and I'm glad that most people do, because I like it when people like. I like liking movies, and I'm happy when other people like movies. So.
Okay.
I like both of you guys.
I like
you.
all of you.
Okay.
Who wants a lullaby?
Do you feel like Vic is hearing you right now? This is like marriage counseling.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
I don't
hear
him. Even if you didn't.
Well,
You never feel like I hear you.
It's not
well,
like this
you're
is.
already. I know your brain's moved on. You're already doing
It's
whatever
just-
you're doing next.
It's just a movie.
You're,
you know,
you're
like,
saying
it's
we
not-
got to move on.
Well, we do have to move on. I feel like this has gone on for too long, and I feel like this is painful.
Okay, let's talk about the Avengers 3 and 4.
No. Listen, that's enough.
I'm gonna go back and monitor this.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree with most of what you're saying, and I think you make some good points. Thank you for being
you,
on the
sir.
show.
Thank you for having me.
That was Blake, everybody.
Blake, everyone.
Blake's a very, very smart man.
Do you have
Very
any
good
response to
critics.
this?
Very,
No,
very good
I agree
critiques
with a lot of
movies.
what Blake
Blake
is
had some
saying.
good
I
points.
understand why he
I
thinks
like
those
when people
things for
push
sure.
back, because I don't like being the only one who tries to push it.
We all push him when he needs to.
Well,
I
you
have-
can
in a
push him a
different
little bit
direction.
more.
I have conversations with everybody. It's all
If I
good,
agree
man.
with him, I agree with him. I see both sides of the situation.
Thank you for insulting all of us. That's
Yeah,
good.
that was nice.
Anytime. That's why I'm in the short chair.
Yep, it's gonna be even shorter next week. But I
I feel
really
like we
did
need to go
enjoy
to a
seeing
farmhouse
it.
in the woods now, just like Avengers 2 did. Like, we'll come back and we'll do the rest of the
The
movie. after
farmhouse,
that.
yeah, but they should have given more time for Black Widow. I wanted more Black Widow. They should have given her more. I know you
They
don't
should
like
have just
seeing
said
Scarlett
intermission.
Johansson.
During farmhouse.
No, I know. I didn't. I know you're
Oh,
right. The whole
Jesus.
Linda
Who
Cardellini
cares?
thing. It was. They had to put a lovable character in there so we'd fall in love with
Just
her quickly.
go home and have sex with your hot wife.
One of these characters had to have some kind of a normal life. One of these characters.
Listen,
And
I
this
don't
is
want
the
to.
only one out of all of these Avenger movies that has some kind of semblance
Look,
of normalcy.
You guys know that Joss Whedon got bullied off of Twitter.
That was the other
because-
thing that happened this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
of the whole sterilization thing,
Yes,
right? With
yeah, Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because of the way that it was worded, the script was worded. I just think that's great. Like the way people are jumping all over that, I think it's insane. Because even if she was, because they're saying the way she said it is like, how exactly? Like she was being a martyr. Like she.
They said they prevented her from having children because they didn't want her to have children.
Any
They didn't want her.
distractions.
They wanted her to be a cold assassin who didn't have ties to other people.
Right, which makes sense, but because she said that she's a monster, they jumped all over that because of that reason that she was sterilized.
I haven't been keeping up. on
But
the
she
contracts.
meant it in the way that
she's a killer.
she's a
Duh,
killer,
for
exactly.
Fuck's sakes, it's Black
But-
Widow. She's had to do terrible, awful things.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
even if she was saying it the other way, even if she did believe that she was a monster because she couldn't have children, that is her own opinion as a woman. Like if she believes that, and she'd be martyring in a way.
That's a totally unnecessary hypothetical. 'Cause
No,
she's
of course.
talking about
She's
being
talking.
a killer.
I just mean like the whole point. Even if she was talking about that, I don't
Yeah.
like that somebody got bullied off of a social
Well,
media forum.
Whedon's got a strong outer shell. He is fine.
Sure, yeah.
The word is now that he's writing the next Star Wars is what's going on, and he doesn't want to have
Amazing.
anything to do with this bullshit. He just wants to move forward.
Because
on this
it is bullshit.
Well, he's an incredible writer, and he
Yes.
creates incredibly strong female characters all the time. And Black Widow, has as much screen time as any other Avenger up there, and she's incredible.
She is incredible.
I love
want
Scarlett
more of her,
Johansson.
and I want to see a movie with her and her whole backstory.
Yes.
Because that was amazing. I wanted to see more of that. in the
Okay,
movie.
Avengers 3 and 4, just want to drop this because this is a pretty big deal for me anyways. I'm a big nut about this stuff. IMAX, all of it. Both movies fully shot in IMAX over 9 months. So they're going to have these big monster IMAX cameras out there for every single
Gorgeous.
shot of the frame, and we definitely have to see that on a big
You know what?
IMAX
I
screen.
want to see the second movie again, but I want to see it in 2D because we saw it in 3D twice now.
I know.
And I do apparently 2D is the way to see it. Like people are loving just the 2D. So
it's gonna look like comic panels.
yeah.
On that note, they're shooting it in IMAX,
Yep.
but they're not shooting it in 3D,
Wow.
Oh
which
wow.
is really lazy.
Oh okay.
Really lazy.
Surprisingly lazy. They're going to all the trouble to have these giant, expensive IMAX
So they're gonna
cameras
convert
for
it
every
afterwards.
single shot, and then they're going to convert it. from
But
2D
that
to
would have been
3D.
2 cameras, 2 massive cameras.
But I mean, an IMAX camera and an IMAX 3D camera is not that much of a difference, right? I mean, they're
I
still
don't know.
big,
I don't
expensive
know.
cameras. I mean,
These Russo dudes, they seem like the gutsiest, movie makers in Hollywood to me right now. They're taking on some really big shoes. They haven't, they've done one big, awesome big movie with Winter Soldier, right? They didn't do
Yeah.
anything before that. Now they're taking on all of this. It blows me away.
It's a lot.
So I think
It's a lot of pressure, too.
they're pretty savvy nerds. I think they're going to do a pretty good job with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Avengers portion over.
But listen,
But we-
before we leave,
Yes.
do you want to? Are there any questions, Blake, that you would like to repeat or answer?
Well, someone in the chat is just pointing out that Joss Whedon basically said that the reason he left Twitter is because he wants quiet time.
To right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's had not really to do with the whole the
Well,
Black
He
Widow
doesn't
thing.
want to fan this thing anymore. He's
Yeah.
smart enough. I'm
I mean,
sure
I can understand
you
that.
can-
I mean,
you can only take so much hate.
yeah,
before you
people
go.
on the internet are just the worst. Our fans in the chat excluded, of course. They're the best.
I'm on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're the
that's what I
worst.
mean.
On Facebook, you're the worst. You need to quit Facebook altogether.
All right,
You don't know how to do
apparently
it.
Melissa told me I'm doing Facebook wrong. I got it. I got
You
it.
are doing Facebook wrong.
I'm not liking enough things. I got it. I got it.
No. You only
didn't-
like your own
I
comments
didn't post
and,
photos
and
of
your
my
own
meal.
photos. Like you don't.
I do. I think it's funny to like your own thing. You can. I didn't even know Facebook liked you, and I'm like, oh, I can like
let's
this.
Let's switch over to Scott's other second favorite topic.
He wanted to. There was nothing else. No observations. You're done. Okay, go ahead. Whatever it is.
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Disney Infinity 3.0 Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You guys could get me all of those toys for Christmas. I'm
Sure.
good with
Hey,
that.
listen, you got enough.
No, I need more.
No,
No,
Mercy
you
and I
don't know,
have done
but
enough for
we
you.
don't know. We don't
Okay.
know what you buy for yourself, what you don't
Yeah,
buy for yourself. So we have to
just
ask
I'll
assume
you.
say,
he
I'll,
buys
I will
everything.
stop buying them all, and you guys can get
No,
me
you
all of
won't.
those Disney
No, you won't
Infinity
stop buying them all.
things.
Well, then
That's not a
Ruby's
thing that you.
what's she gonna get you?
Yeah.
So leave some
No,
gifts
just
for
because
Ruby.
that's the thing. We have to ask you what you don't have, and then you're gonna know what we get you because you don't
Right.
have this one specific thing. Like that's
True.
how we knew about Little Mac, or else we wouldn't know.
Right, you had to be.
Right?
very
We
did get
specific
you a
about
little
what you
Mac.
did.
I
Thank
know.
you for that.
So,
Thank you.
so
That's awesome.
that's
Thank you.
that's the thing, though.
Thank you.
We have to, even though he
And what
told
did
you how
Ruby
much you
get you?
spend, blah blah blah.
Ruby just gives me a big smile.
That's all she needs to give him.
Yeah. But
She's
the
so
figures
precious.
are incredible.
Yeah,
How many are you going to collect, Scott?
0.
0.
1 or 2 for me, 0 for Scott.
What are the 1 or 2 you're gonna collect?
Yoda.
Oh my God!
The Yoda's the best. That is the best Yoda sculpt. It's incredible. You don't care.
No, I don't
he's
care. I'm
out.
just waiting for it to be over.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm stoked. It's not a surprise. Everybody knew that this was coming. What do people that are watching the stream right now? What do people say about Disney Infinity 3.0? Anybody excited?
I think people are excited about it. My biggest complaint would be that the animation style looks a little bit like the Yoda looks too much like the prequel Yoda.
Right.
They are going for an original series vibe with a lot of the characters, but the look of it itself kind of reminds me of the prequels too much, and the prequels don't exist to me, so that's my biggest
Yeah,
problem.
they don't exist to me either.
I look at it as the Clone War one.
Yeah, but that's prequels too. I mean, Clone Wars is a good
Clone
show,
Wars
but it's
is
still
fine.
in the prequel era. So.
I loved that art style for those characters. though.
Yes.
So
Okay, that's fair
I'm
enough.
cool with that. I'm cool with that. Are they going to different? I don't know. I haven't seen all of the sculpts yet. Are they differentiating between is there a different sculpt style for the classic trilogy and the Rebels stuff and the?
They're all
art?
kind of the same.
That's all kind of fit
cartoonish,
within it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't have a distinguishing thing that says this is from the
Not really,
the
no.
old Lucas movies back in
Like,
okay.
they want it all to tie in
Scott
together.
wants
Okay.
this to end
No, it's okay.
immediately. Well, let's talk about something that Scott really wants to talk about.
Who cares what I want to talk about?
Splatoon.
I don't want to talk about Splatoon. Jesus, why
I
are you
just
doing
love-
this to me?
That's ways off.
I-
Though. That's not till next month.
No, I know,
Oh, it's
but
this month.
No, but we just saw
End
the
of this
Nintendo
month.
Direct.
End of this month.
I'm
Yes.
sure everybody just saw the Nintendo
Yeah.
Direct.
You're
with
trying to
Splatoon.
gaslight me.
I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm just remembering things that I saw this
You know,
week.
just before Tommy got fired, he had to sit in a low chair too.
No, but I just love the little demonstration they had for Splatoon. I didn't realize you could do all those things and be I don't know. It just seems really exciting to me now. But you got a hands-on with
Yeah,
it,
it's
so you
way
knew.
more. This is what's cool. It's like when you play the Uncharted stuff online, you don't think that you're going to get an experience that's anything different than other shooters out there, but it's totally unique because you can clamber and climb up everything and jump across stuff, and you see your characters doing all of these really cool physical things.
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
What's that?
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Yeah, kind of. It's very accessible, cutesy, and Splatoon is like that because of the diving into the ink and squishing up the walls and all that stuff. Nintendo knows that they have an uphill battle trying to like chase that action shooter crowd, but I think when you play the game, it's really addictive. It's really fun. They've really tuned it. They've really built something that, you know, borrows from a lot of other stuff, so it's not entirely brand new, but the mechanic of spray painting everything and then being able to use the spray paint as mobility is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
All the weaponry and all that stuff you've seen in other kinds of ways, but you've never seen them be like paint gun bazookas and things like that. You know, it's pretty cool.
A couple of weeks from now, you're going to be going to your pre-E3 event. I know you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
E3 is drawing very close.
Yeah.
This is the time of year when if anybody has a big announcement to make, now is the time that they're going to make it.
Yeah.
What do you want to see from Q3 and Q4? That's insider talk there. I'm sorry, guys. What do you want to see from the publishers and developers for the rest of the year that would really excite you?
I mean, I just want to see the promise of this current generation of consoles really come to bear, right? I want to see a fleshed out Metal Gear Solid 5 playing, you know, like it should. The trailers are starting to look a lot better, like Just Cause and Mad Max, of course Batman, but that'll be like the week after E3. But yeah, I just want to see and play stuff that's coming, because I remember the last couple of E3s we'd go and it was well, booths populated by smaller indie titles, and a lot of them were really fun, but it wasn't the, oh my God, my heart has stopped, look at this incredible experience.
Is there a divisiveness now between the iPhone and Android stuff and E3, or do you think it's still an integral part of E3? Because I know in previous years there's been booths that are kind of a mix of both. Do you feel like those kinds of games, those kinds of software things are they gonna have their own thing? Is it gonna be outside of E3? Does it still apply to E3? Is E3 still console, AAA, Uncharted 4 kind of things, or is
I think it's all there, man.
I didn't go last year, but I certainly didn't see a lot of, the last time I went, I didn't see a lot of iPhone and Android kind of support.
I think the amount of money that's been made in that field in the last little while is going to be.
But what kind of splash can they have at E3 though?
I mean, they have things like the metal, you know, sort of back end stuff announcement at the Apple iPhone.
That happens at the same time.
Yeah, it does,
As
doesn't
E3?
it? Yeah. So and the metal stuff allowed all of the visuals on the iPhone games to look infinitely better, right? This is their new chip upgrade stuff. So they've got a lot of graphic horsepower that they can show off.
It's going to be a lot of VR stuff. A lot of
VR. I think, and mobile has been huge for these companies. I think, what did EA they dropped all of their numbers and it was mobile and digital that was.
Like, I'm just thinking about it from a media standpoint.
Yeah.
What would it take for you to go to E3 and see a mobile game that really stood out for you? Because I think it's really hard in all the noise for a game that's on the tiniest platform to really show you something that you've never seen before.
Well, there was that epic. It happens. There was that epic.
It's so hard to do, though.
Diablo-alike that got ultimately canceled. It was in their. What was the Infinity Blade kind of franchise, but it was a dungeon crawler. It got canceled, but that stood out, and they actually showed it to us at one of those E3 judge things, and we played it for a long time, and it was, this is incredible. This is coming to the tablet. Apparently, it was too big of an ambitious project to get completed. But those kinds of things absolutely could come on. I can tell you one thing that would make, you know, a huge difference is for a company like Blizzard, or let's say EA comes out with a brand new tablet or iPhone only title based on a franchise that they have that looks incredible. That could be great.
Yeah.
That could be great.
I don't know.
I don't know. But
games.
When Wargaming hit E3 with that huge booth, that was when everything had changed completely.
I'm not sure if they're gonna have a big booth this year. I'm not sure with the invite that I just got, just insider info.
Wargaming invite? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sega's not having no booth for Sega this year.
Hey, but you saw all the stuff when you did the Indiecade. Like when you go to the Indiecade at E3, you see all this stuff.
You mean GDC?
No, stop talking about GDC.
I want to
That's
talk
not,
about
you're not allowed to
He
talk about
wasn't at
GDC.
E3 last year, though.
No, I know, but the year before that, you went to Indiecade. You had an Indiecade
I was really
segment.
sick,
It was great.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was really funny. But that's
very
where you
nice.
saw all these mobile games, and you got to experience that. Like that's where they thrive, in their own little hub in E3. It's like their little getaway area where you sit in beanbag chairs and just take them in.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know what it would take. It would take a lot for. It just seems like there's just a never-ending avalanche of iPhone and Android games that come our way every day, and there's always my inbox is filled. 95% of the emails I get are about some nonsensical iPhone game that I'm not interested in at all. So I'm just wondering what it would take for them to really stand and puff their chests out and really kind of say, I'm an important game. I deserve attention in the spotlight here.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go and I want to see Sony's press conference. I want to see Microsoft's press conference. I want to see whatever Nintendo decides to do.
Yeah.
And I want to see what sort of announcements they have for the future, because this is an important year. If there's an important year in the life cycle of these consoles, this is the year. I also want to see more from Valve. I want to see what they're going to do with the Steam machine. You know, I want to see if they have anything to tell us or share with us.
The fire on the Steam machine has kind of passed by with the more economical PCs that are out there and this deluge of Steam PC content. But we are going to see some big stuff from Xbox, because this is a year for them to throw down with Halo, and I think we're going to see Gears of War, and we're going to see Crackdown. I think they're going to have a really good show this year. Last year was all, bam, 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 here's all the brands, but this year we'll get to play the games,
Yeah, but you're also talking about games that have a long history.
Well, those are the known.
Yeah, those are the known ones, but it's just like I want to see things that I don't know about. Yes. I want to see the Dishonored.
Yeah.
I want to see new IP.
Well,
and
we're probably going to see Fallout 4.
That's fine. I want to go to some new places we haven't been before.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that I find some of those things at E3 this year.
I wonder if Nintendo's going to show anything on what's their new machine called? Or codename?
The NX.
I wonder if we're going to see anything on NX.
Said they won't, because they said when they announced it, they said that they're not going to say anything.
Well, that kind of botched the Wii when they announced the Wii U earlier.
Well, they had to say yes, we're working on another console, because they announced their Switch. They're doing all this mobile stuff. That's why they said that at the very end of that announcement. Oh, by the way, yes, we're still
that
going to
would
be
be
consoles.
the splash right there.
Oh, cool.
There is your answer right there. If Nintendo's
I'm going to give you an answer.
If Nintendo's mobile stuff is at E3,
because it's coming out this
I don't
fall.
care.
They've said that mobile games are coming out this fall.
But I don't want Mario that plays with touchscreen
It's
controls.
going to be different.
you were just asking.
That's not what it's going to be. They're saying they're building stuff specifically for this platform.
The same enjoyment that I had with Tower Defense when I discovered it on the iPhone or on the iPad.
You haven't had that since.
No, I haven't had that since.
A Mario or Animal Crossing Tower Defense game. Oh my
I
god!
don't think they're going to do that. I think Nintendo's brave and smart and savvy enough to work with DNA to come up with some new kinds of game designs that aren't just
They also realize that they're entitled to a big payoff, and that's exactly what this is.
Sure, that's coming.
No matter what.
No doubt.
And I don't want to see some that's a virtual joystick on the screen. Like, I'm so tired of that.
No.
With Sony, that's the big question mark, because I don't know what they have coming up this year, and they pushed Uncharted, and it feels like this is a machine that has incredible potential and lots of goodwill and lots of huge install base, and they've been doing everything right to get people excited about this brand.
I just got a Twitter question. We'll do it next week on the show. It was a guy asking if you should buy a Vita and why.
Yeah.
And it's a good question. I think it's a good question. Like,
nobody's talking about the Vita at all.
I lost the charge cable for my Vita, and I still haven't found it.
The Phantom Charger.
Have you found it yet?
No, it's gone. I don't know what the hell
Someone
it is.
broke into our homes and stole them.
Stole our chargers.
Maybe it was Captain America.
Maybe it was Captain
He can
America.
break into your home.
No, but the thing is, I haven't thought about my Vita in so long. It was just the fact that we were reviewing a game on the Vita, which is why I needed to find my charger. But I had no idea it was missing. So I don't know how long it's been missing for.
You know what I heard is coming though this year?
What?
Put your seatbelt on.
What?
Plants vs. Zombies, not 2, but 3. They just skipped right over 2. They're just making 3. And
I don't know why you have to.
It's Plants vs. Zombies.
They're making
2.
it a prequel. They're making it a prequel.
Garden Warfare 2.
Watering seeds.
Putting the seeds in.
Guys, I don't care what you say. I'll play that game.
This is just for Marissa.
Also,
Yeah.
I would really love another Animal Crossing to come out for the new 3DS.
Yeah, you were going nuts when those.
Oh my God.
The Animal Crossing levels for the Mario Kart.
I was going
She was losing her
nuts.
mind.
Yeah, they did an amazing job on that DLC. It's so
Because
good.
that whole track, you were actually transported to that world,
Yes.
to your little town, and you got to just see everybody and all your
She
townsfolk.
was driving. We actually played this together,
Yeah.
and she was driving, and as she's driving around, she's just like, "Oh, there's blah blah blah. There's blah blah blah. Oh my God, there he is. So cute."
KK
They did
Slider.
an
That's how
awesome
women
job.
play video
That's how
games.
DLC should be done, though. They did an awesome job.
You can't say things
I can
like
do
that.
whatever I want.
Okay, people in the chat want to know what you think about the Nintendo Universal Studios deal.
Yes. Cool.
And what attractions do you want to see?
I think it's hard not to think of all of these things going on with Nintendo right now. The
I know.
Amiibo going crazy.
For the chat.
Well, everybody wants to
it just
see
feels
a
like-
Mario Kart racer.
It just feels like money is being poured all over Nintendo
for,
right
for
now.
people
right?
in
Yeah.
the chat who don't know, Universal Studios and Nintendo just inked a big deal to bring Nintendo-themed attractions.
It's Blake. The voice of God.
Nintendo-themed attractions to Universal parks all over the world.
He's like the. He's like the Gandalf of our little group of hobbits. We're going to Mordor, and he gives us
I'm
advice
like,
on the
no,
way.
I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi after. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi
take
after
me.
he's become one with the Force. I'm just a voice,
Right,
a disembodied
yeah, yeah,
voice,
okay.
Cool.
I like
telling
that.
you to
Yeah.
switch your targeting
Theme park is
computer off.
cool.
I want a little roller coaster that goes through the town, like in Animal Crossing town, and goes actually through little houses, and you see all little furniture that they've collected, and you see some people are hoarders, and you see the way they
So
set
an
up, and that
Animal
we.
Crossing roller coaster.
Yeah, or what about
Reggie
something where we
Fils-Aimé is
can
taking notes madly right
something
now.
where we can catch bugs and butterflies, but like they're all simulated or whatever. But we
Alright.
go in with our little nets
Alright, I'm
and catch
into
them
that.
all, and it's a competition between everybody that plays, like the real Animal Crossing. When you play, I feel like it should just be Animal Crossing theme park.
They gotta
I don't
get-
care about anything else.
The tough thing with theme parks, and I know because I'm a Disney expert now, is they got to get them through real quick, right? So you got to
Yeah.
jump into something, go, 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 go.
That's true.
But I like the idea of a Zelda, Hyrule themed.
Zelda anything.
Yeah, like the
Sure.
Star Tours. I don't know when's the last time you guys were on that. It's incredible still. Like it's such an old attraction, but they keep updating it. It's so good.
Do they use Mark Hamill's old face now?
A Star Fox tours would be great, but
That would
the
make
idea
me
of
sick, I think.
doing like Skyward Sword and being able to fly through Hyrule or
Well,
something.
they already
like
have the Harry Potter
Be
Wizarding
incredible.
World, so just have
Yeah.
Yeah, just
that,
have a
but with
Nintendo.
Zelda.
And the Cars ride at Disney would be a sensational thing to borrow from.
Even though you hate
For
cars
Mario Kart.
more
Yeah.
than anything.
I like Cars.
I thought you hated it.
I didn't like the movie Cars.
Yeah, the movie.
But you like
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
But I like what they did with the ride, and I love Mario Kart. So have we solved it? That's the equation
all
right there.
come back
Right?
together?
This was a grade 8 puzzle I had.
That's enough of this BS. Let's talk about Bloodborne.
Okay.
I want to go to a Bloodborne
Last
amusement
week we
park.
talked about Bloodborne.
Why? No, this is all I'm playing this year. I play other stuff when I have to review it.
You've been talking about Bloodborne for like 2
I
months
have
now.
put 100 hours into Bloodborne, maybe 200.
We're all very
So,
proud.
Describe the Bloodborne amusement park, please.
Listen, guys, Bloodborne amusement park. You buy your ticket, it's very cheap.
You die.
Then you go in, and about 30 seconds in, you're dead. Some beast kills you, you don't have enough elixir.
And then you pay them some more money.
No, listen, I
Yeah.
want to tell you guys something. You guys are going to like this. The way a baby is made, a man and a woman go to dinner.
Yeah.
The woman drinks too much wine. Listen, I had the best gaming moment I've probably had in 11 years this week. This week it happened. And guess what game it happened in?
Bloodborne.
That's right,
Mario Kart.
Bloodborne. It wasn't Mario Kart,
Yeah,
no.
Crossing.
Very cute, very cute. Look at that, there's Tom Nook, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this moment is so special for me.
What happened?
That you're going to reenact it for us.
Here it comes right now. I'm level 50. I'm level 50, Vic, did you hear that?
Level 50.
We're so proud.
That's good.
I can tell you're jealous. I love it when Vic's jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Jealous!
Go, go.
Okay, but listen. I was playing this game, and so, shut up.
I was playing this game.
So-
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
so I'm trying to, Vic's not even listening.
Just
I'm trying to
go.
beat this one boss named Amelia. Okay?
Yeah.
So I fought her for a couple nights. I didn't think I'd beat her. You know, it's always the usual thing on Bloodborne. You're like, okay, I'm just kicking my ass.
Shall
and
I
I'm just,
go to the bell or should I? Okay, yeah.
And so I'm dead, and I'm just keep thinking, I don't know. So I put the thing every night. I'm much more responsible than when I was younger and drinking I put it down, go to bed, wake up the next day, try again. But it's Bloodborne. I don't know when I'm going to beat this boss. It might be a month. I'm okay with that right now. I'm sitting there, and I just thought, you know what? I'm level 50 now. I'll take another run at Amelia. I went in there. It was so unbelievably elegant. I mean, I wish I had footage of it. Shut up!
Hey,
I know you're laughing at me.
You can stream your shit now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Then
But
you'll
listen,
have- then
I'm
you'll
telling
have
my
footage.
story. This is the greatest. I don't give a shit about streaming it.
And you can also record it
Listen.
to Facebook. You can do all this shit right now. All of
And
this.
then you can like your own post.
Blow dart.
Fucking blow dart again.
Listen.
Okay.
So I got in there and I was like Fred Astaire. She's like, I think he's there. No, he's not there. He's behind me now.
Whole audience just asked who?
And Fred Astaire. and then I won. And then I got the gold pendant. So then I left there, and then on top of this one tower is a guard, and he just looks like a knight, but he's got a huge shotgun and he's got a huge sword. And I was just like, you know what?
How do you shoot a shotgun with one hand?
He's got two hands. Sword
No,
is
no,
on
you
one
said
hand.
sword. With a
and then
shotgun,
one
you need
shotgun.
2 hands.
Well, he just holds it out like this.
Well, that's
He's
talent.
strong.
Okay.
He's a boss.
Anyway, I went up there. I just thought, you know what? I'm feeling lucky. I've had such a good night here. I'm so exhilarated by this game right now. I can't believe I accomplished this.
Yeah.
And so I climbed the tower and I went up there, and the guy's knocking me all over the place, and I just keep regenerating my health, I keep drinking all the stuff and then and then I killed him. I took him down, and so those 2 creatures are gone. I think the next one I need to see is the blood-starved beast, I think. But man, am I enjoying this though? I can't tell you. At one point I had 30,000 blood echoes. You guys try to get that. Good luck. And then I lost.
You inspire me to play the game some more, for sure.
There is nothing
Yes.
that makes me feel the way that this game makes me feel.
Is everybody playing Bloodborne?
I'm still telling you this.
Well, I'm asking. Let's get them engaged, or maybe they're tuning up. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It is
So
unbelievable.
you've got some competition, Scott.
Like
Okay.
this is probably game of the year. Like seriously, Arkham has got to be amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
It better be.
It better be.
You were forgetting
On
about
many
Splatoon.
reasons. I think we have an
don't care about
interesting
Splatoons.
toy break, though. Can you grab the...
I'm doing
can
this.
you grab
You
that
said you
up
wouldn't do
there?
it anymore. I'm not getting it.
Get him.
What?
Get him. Gordon Freeman. Because it's almost like...
Oh man, that's
It's almost like he is becoming Gordon Freeman.
He is a
Which
little
is
bit.
freaking me out right there. Look at that. There's our toy break right there.
Well,
That's
he has just the goatee, and he's
Gordon
got the
Freeman
full...
had a ponytail in the original game, so maybe Scott should
he's
grow.
turning it. You just shave the sides of your beard, and you'll look exactly
Can
like
you just
him.
put it back in my butt?
Look, he comes with a crowbar. This is NECA made this.
That's how you walk around every day with a
God,
crowbar.
This is an
Jesus.
amazing figure right
But
there.
guys,
Bam,
guys,
bam. But
guys.
where are the Bloodborne toys? Is what you're wondering.
I don't care. I don't want any Bloodborne toys.
Bloodborne
The toy
toys.
is the game itself. It's amazing.
Right.
I'm really happy that you're enjoying this.
I am enjoying it. I'm exhilarated by it.
That's great. I'm glad that
I
you
feel
have something
so
in your
powerful
life that's bringing you
and
joy.
so vulnerable at the same
look at
time.
Gordon
Just like I
Freeman
did in my
as
last
Scott Toss.
relationship.
Can you tell the difference? Keep talking, Scott.
You didn't see your ex-wife.
Just like I did with my last ex-wife.
Your ex-last
Why did I
ex-wife.
say that? I always say that. Anyway, Bloodborne is awesome. If you
Yeah.
guys aren't playing it, then it's probably because you have a family or other commitments or a job. I understand.
Because
Man.
it takes a long time to even just realize how to play it, right? To
You
actually
don't
let
know,
it click.
like, I still don't really understand some
Right.
things. I'm not a huge RPG guy either.
Okay, a
No,
couple
you're
other
not.
quick things because
Yeah.
we're running out of time, all
We
right?
have
Oh.
10 minutes.
We got 13.
Okay,
Okay,
but we-
somebody in the chat asked, what if you could have a sequel to any game, what would it be? Obviously, there's a lot of different answers, but the right answer is Half-Life 3.
Yes.
Plants vs. Zombies,
we
Garden
want that.
Warfare.
Urban Chaos.
Urban Chaos.
Riot
2.
Response.
You don't want Bloodborne 2?
No, not yet. I'm too busy with the original Bloodborne. And then
Oh,
after this, I'm going to Dark Souls, and then I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back.
That's. I mean,
But what about-
Half-Life 3 is the
do we
right
want to
answer.
make it a game that doesn't already have sequels, like a standalone thing that we would love to see come back again?
I don't know, it's a hypothetical question.
Psyops. Totally
Yeah, that's a good
obscure,
one.
totally
I'm into
cool. Saboteur. I would love another
No more
Saboteur.
Saboteur.
That would be amazing.
Super Mario
Most of the
Sunshine
things we get
2.
the sequels to. If they're good, we get them.
Super Mario Sunshine was an amazing game.
That was-
and
that
totally
was
should
good.
have a sequel.
Both you
Bring back
guys.
Flood. Bring back Flood.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of in Splatoon,
yeah.
in a way, right?
Can we please
Yeah,
have
but
one
to have an
podcast
actual
next
Mario
week
game.
without saying Splatoons?
Well, no, Splatoon is
No, 'cause
in
it's
the moment.
coming.
That's one of the bigger games of the
No
month.
one cares
man.
about it.
I want to get a Wii U just to play it. It looks great.
Splatoon?
Yeah, it looks great.
And you want
forget it.
the Mario Kart. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Can you?
Get the
I'll just
Mario
play it on my
Kart.
phone in
Wii
the
U,
fall.
though.
Can
No.
you harvest blood echoes in it? No.
Okay, we.
Lord.
Okay.
You
What
gotta
do we
leave
talk
early?
about? Oh, two things. No, I don't have to leave early. It's more superhero stuff. Okay, you
What
ready
about
for
Game
this?
of Thrones? Tell the Game of Thrones thing for Monday.
Okay, we're gonna do Game of Thrones talk, coffee talk Monday morning, 9 o'clock. We'll be spoiling episode 5, which is this weekend. None of us have seen it.
None of us have seen
We're
it.
very excited.
I'm gonna watch it.
Maybe we should all get together and watch it.
No,
That
no,
would
no.
be
I don't
really
want to
nice.
see you guys.
Okay.
I,
Maybe we should just storm
I
into
don't
Scott's
have HBO.
house.
I need to come over.
All right.
So let's have a party.
Maybe we'll do that.
No, I
Because
don't
I gotta
want to.
watch
I
it.
don't want to see. I just need to watch it quietly. I got to get ready for my
it's true
show.
that.
Oh my
We gotta write notes and all
God.
kinds of stuff. Okay, but speaking of television, Supergirl picked up the series. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. renewed.
But the
Peggy
spinoff is not
Carter.
going to happen anymore.
Yeah, the spin-off, good move, ABC, because that show is fargan boring. It's really hard to watch that thing.
Fargan boring.
Fargan boring. I was going to swear again.
I know.
But Peggy Carter, second season.
Yes.
And
Splatoon 2.
Legends of Tomorrow picked up the series as well.
What is Legends of Tomorrow?
Legends of Tomorrow is Hawkgirl, Atom, Rip Hunter, Black Canary.
I'm kind of geeky and I've never heard of these people.
FML,
You should
man.
explain who they are.
These are all they're in
God.
the Arrow in the Flash universe, so it's
Oh, so they're
it's
DC
Greg,
people.
It's Greg
Honestly,
Berlanti and all.
I feel like we should split off our show now.
And so, this
What?
is what's.
I don't want to
popular
talk
culture.
about this.
This is what we do.
I'm not into it,
This
though.
is what's happening.
I'm
this is,
out.
This is what happened with popular culture.
I don't
it shifted
understand
to
it.
this.
I don't
to
give
this
a
world.
shit about
Shorter
any of
chair.
this stuff. I don't care.
We can't just do Bloodborne for
We can
60
do-
minutes.
No, but we can do Lord of the Rings. We can do Game of Thrones, and those two things I'm interested in.
But the problem
All
is
this superhero stuff, I'm out. I
don't
don't
like
want
it.
any more of this.
I'm tired of the fantasy stuff, though.
I'm not.
I
Lord
think
of
it's
the
all
Rings,
awesome. I think
fantasy.
we get a bit of all of this stuff now. It's incredible.
Just every day, it's some new goddamn superhero show. It's just like I'm waiting for them all to fail at this point.
They're not. They're
Just
huge
go away.
successes. They're being greenlit
Well, at some
just
point,
based
the
on a-
bottom is going to fall out, just like everything does.
This is a world that needs to watch this entertainment right now. It's
out when things stop being
so
Which will be
depressing
soon.
in the real
yeah,
world.
for sure. You
Which
know?
will be soon.
When the Tesla batteries are all working in our house and doesn't
Yeah.
feel
I
like
just
the
have
Earth
to-
is going to blow up.
I have to start making my face look not so bored when we do this conversation.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to work on it. This
When you-
weekend I'll work on it.
Well,
I'll
tell
work
us
on
what
it.
we should be talking
No,
about.
no, no,
this.
it's fine.
Chef's Table on Netflix is a very good documentary series that Netflix has put out.
That's all she's been talking about. She's
I
telling you
good.
about this?
love it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I love it. It's 6 episodes. Just get into it. Even if you don't, how could you not like food though? But just learning about these individuals, it's really intriguing. I like it. So nothing to do with superheroes. That's real life, and you like food, so
And-
there's that.
Well,
and you've already done Bloodborne, so what else you got, mister? I'm psyched about Supergirl. I'm-
Listen.
I'm psyched
Oh,
about
Jesus.
Legends of Tomorrow
You know
and
what?
Peggy
I know
Carter.
I know what Scott's excited about Indiana Jones 5.
Yes.
Woo! I just don't
These are all
know.
my dreams coming
Why
true. It's
can't we just
amazing.
leave the shit in the past? Why can't we move forward? Why do we have to keep trying to recapture this Indiana Jones glory? He had his moment. He was relevant at one point. Same for Star Wars. I don't care anymore.
Indiana Jones is
Let's keep going back to the well. They're all going to be
serialized
terrible
character
movies.
that never got full. They never took full advantage of what they
It's
could
too
do.
late now.
No, it's
Harrison
not.
Ford is too old.
No,
Steven
this
Spielberg's
could be
too old.
This could be his sayonara to the franchise.
Just
He can,
forget
he can
it.
have his last adventure.
Let's get hopeful
and then
about
there could
something
be
else.
The reboot sort of machinery built into it. I want to see more
I
Indiana
know
Jones.
you do. I
Just
know,
like
I know.
can't wait for Spectre.
We've
I
had
can't wait
this
for the new
conversation
James
for
Bond.
fucking
Do
10
you
years now.
know? Do you know if Harrison Ford is a
No
pain in
word
the
yet.
butt on set though? Is he a pain in the butt on set with other people, or is he just kind of
Probably
arrogant
sounds a little
off
bit
set?
like Jones. I would
Right. Like I want to
Yeah.
know what he's like.
You asshole.
I want to know what he's like though
Uh,
in real life because
Well,
you
I'm
hear
friends
stories.
with him, guys.
supposed to be too egotistical. I mean,
Okay,
he's
because
not like,
I hear
Chevy
stories.
Chase or anything.
Oh, okay.
I think he's very aware of his value and his time, and
It's just
he
like
wants
me.
he wants
Just fine, just
everything
like
to be professional.
'Cause as you
And
get older,
I think
you-
he drinks a little too much.
Sure. As you
Yeah,
get older, I
that's-
feel
but
like
that's
you
all
do.
speculation.
You do pick and choose who you want to spend your time with,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he just cuts people out because that's
well,
it.
everybody would want him, and that's probably why he escaped the whole machine, right? Like he doesn't live and operate fully out of Hollywood.
He's not going to these conventions.
Yeah, he keeps himself
getting money
sort
from
of
autographs.
separated from a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
You know.
Totally. Okay, fine.
I wonder, though, I mean, he's had a huge life-changing thing, so I wonder if we get a new Harrison Ford after all this, you know? I wonder if he's got a different attitude, you know, or if he's... Because I tell you what, that Age of Adeline movie that we saw, he shocked me. I wasn't expecting him to be so damn solid in that. Because the last few things, he wasn't that great. He was kind of... Even Indiana Jones, like, the flicker of him was still there, but it wasn't the same Indy, right? And it wasn't just age. It wasn't just age, though.
But it is age. You can see how gingerly he moves. He's old. He's too old for this shit.
Cowboys versus Aliens is the same thing. But now in this movie, it was like, yeah, this is like the young Harrison Ford in a way. You know, he channeled.
We have to stop wanting a young Harrison Ford.
Oh, but that
agreed.
The young Harrison Ford in that movie, though, Age of Adeline. Oh my God, that was on point.
Agreed.
He was on point.
What we don't want to stop wanting though is Harrison Ford being great. We still want that.
Just let him do whatever he wants to do with his life. I don't care.
I don't need any more. He will. Don't worry.
He's already given us so much. I'm grateful for everything you've done, Harrison Ford. I know you always watch the show every week. Thank you for watching the show. Vic loves you. Vic wants you to do the same awesome stuff you've been doing your whole life. But if you just want to take a nap or get drunk this afternoon, go ahead and do that. Live it up. Live it up.
You can color it with the age and the person that you are today, for sure. But now, Scott, you have to tell us something that you are excited for that isn't Bloodborne.
Sure, Vic. I would love to. I thought I spent a lot of excitement talking about Bloodborne, greatest game of 2015.
Episode 5. What is it?
Well, I'm not even that excited about Game of Thrones. I feel like it's kind of fading a little. I'm hoping that episode 5 is good. I don't know. It's the first 4 episodes have been kind of disappointing.
Oh, I need to talk. Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm going to save it for a Monday. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Give us something that you're excited about, so we can be excited about it with you.
Well, I know you just want to make fun of me, but you know, I've been watching, honestly, The X-Files on Netflix.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
That's great.
It's shot here in Vancouver, so I recognize a lot of the locations.
Yeah.
I just think about Vancouver at the time when it was still kind of just it wasn't quite. It was much closer to Expo '86, was it?
Yep.
And so the city just kind of really became Vancouver after Expo '86. Like
well,
it really
it
bloomed.
became a world stage.
Destination.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Donald Logue's in that.
I know. I just
fantastic.
watched an episode last night, and he's great. He plays one of the FBI agents, and you know, David Duchovny. We know a lot about his penis and things like that, but he was a very attractive man. He's very talented, and you know, Gillian Anderson is great. What we do?
What do we know?
What do we know?
He has a huge penis.
You
Everyone
only
knows
know that. That's your insider info.
No, that's everyone knows that.
Is this
not too
your
big
new
for me.
podcast?
Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. You do your podcast about superheroes. I'll do mine about actors with big penises.
What is yours going to be called?
Actors with big penises. Listen, Harrison Ford, you're my first guest. But listen.
It's going to be called S on
I bet
D.
you get a lot of people on that show.
Totally, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm starting a show called Actors with Big Penises. Can we book you? No. My agents are like ringing off the phone.
Yes,
we gotta get our guy.
Your
Anyway,
Bradley Cooper of
Vic, I know we've been fighting 2 weeks in a row now. I can't take it anymore. But Vic, I love what you do, and I love you. The superhero stuff is just hard for me. Like it was a big part of the show today. You guys went on about it for like 45 minutes, maybe 4 hours.
Blake has something.
Oh, I was just going to say we only have like 3 minutes left. Do we want to do a lightning round of questions before we go?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Unless Scott still wanted to continue his
I
apology.
don't know. With Scott done, I can't.
I know. I just wanted to say, Vic, I love you.
Okay.
I love all of you.
He'll get the higher chair next week.
I'm so in this
you move back to the garbage can.
I'll be sitting on the floor next week. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done the grind this morning and then try to do shows. You're right, Vic. You're always right, God damn it.
Okay, lightning round.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys excited about John Wick 2?
No.
I
It
like
was
John
officially
Wick.
announced
I
this
haven't
week.
watched the first one yet. You
I
guys
like
reviewed
Keanu.
it, right?
I like
wanna see it.
Keanu.
Yeah, I want to see
I
it.
don't want to see that girl.
Can I answer for Scott?
already
Adriana
answered.
Pilecki though, because I didn't think she was great in it.
I like her.
I
I
she's,
like her.
No, I think she's great on small screen.
I
Big
like
screen,
her.
no, I didn't like it. Maybe it just wasn't written correctly for her.
I don't care about the writing. I like her.
She's
like
the best
her.
thing about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Everything
I
else
stopped
is
watching that show.
sleepy time.
And Friday Night
Okay,
Lights.
next question.
Friday Night Lights,
Okay.
great.
In-app purchases. I know you guys talk about this a lot, but somebody wants to know: what do you like them? Do you hate them?
Oh, God, at this point, that's such a massive question because sometimes
it's okay, and sometimes it's not. It's like it's.
I still don't like it, but I have to just accept it now because what else am I supposed to do?
It's part
I need
of
to
the
play
business
these.
now.
I want things for free, and
I'm
so I
okay
have to
with it.
suffer through
Yeah.
I think they depend on how they're done.
It's part of the business.
it. Sure.
They can be done well. They can be done badly. Okay.
I hate the change to this model that we've had to do this, but it's also part of the economics, and you can't deny that
We have
mobile
to
is crushing it
adapt.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, the video game Hatred, where you play like a mass murderer, serial killer
Not
person.
interested.
Not in thoughts on it.
No, I don't even know about it. It's the first
It's
time
like
I heard about
the
it.
point of it is that you're supposed to kill innocent people. So it's kind
I
of like
don't
it's kind of
like
like
that.
Hotline Miami and Grand Theft Auto, but like really
Super
playing into the
realistic.
hand.
I
Yeah,
always-
playing into the hand of people who call those games like murder simulators is kind of
No,
like doing
I
exactly
always
what
opt
they.
for the righteous character. Like I always do the good thing. I don't know because you can play in Infamous and be bad, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're
Yeah,
referring
the
to
Nobody
as
goal,
ever
the
well?
does
goal
that.
of this game is like
To shock
you're
you.
supposed to go around. Yeah, it's supposed to be
That's
like really
awful.
gross.
It's supposed to be like Soldier of Fortune was, which was one of the most despicable things I ever played. It's too easy to go down that road. I mean, maybe people find it cathartic, but
Like
I don't know.
I do
It's
like
disgusting.
stealing
More
things in Grand
questions.
Theft Auto, but I don't want to hurt innocent people.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about Grand Theft Auto is you don't have to if you don't want to.
Right, exactly.
Okay, Ratchet and Clank movie. Are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
I know Scott is.
Made in Vancouver.
Love.
We'll see, but I am excited. I like
Ambivalent.
that they're being using.
Love those characters.
They're using these awesome characters. Yeah.
Okay, Silent Hills PT being canceled.
I don't care about that.
We already talked about it in the rundown, but
I think it's tragic that Kojima's team and everything that they were building over there, it just seems to be being dismantled, and we're going to probably find out about that at E3.
Zone of the
Sounds
Enders
like
probably not going to
indulgent
happen.
Productions.
I don't know. I mean, there was the teaser was very successful. It was really, really cool.
That was the first time you had a playable announcement
Yeah.
teaser, right? Like that was pretty
I
cool.
was excited about what was going to happen with that, but yeah, I think it speaks to the crazy nature of how expensive games are right now. And
I
Konami's
could do
trying to.
with less scary games in my life, so I'm okay with it.
Last question.
No, we got a few more. Okay, Oculus Rift coming out 2016. We just shot the rundown discussion. It'll be in next week, but just
Yeah.
briefly right now, what do you guys think?
I think it will be like. It depends on what comes bundled around the thing, but none of the games that I've seen so far,
Blow you away.
well, are the ones that are going to make this a massive property. But I think Facebook is going to spend on, concerts and movies and other types of things that are going to attract people to check it out for
I'm
sure.
excited about watching movies because it'll make it look like you're sitting at the theater.
Yeah.
But you can do it without people eating next to you and making.
Yeah.
Wear that goddamn headset.
I do
Scott,
because it'll look better than.
You'll do it.
No, I won't.
Hey,
Jesus
listen,
Christ.
you
I'm
will
not
strap
doing
on.
it. That is the saddest thing.
Yeah, you're gonna put it on when you watch your porn.
Yeah, when I watch my porn,
There you
I'll
go.
put it on.
Hey, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. We excited or not?
Oh, Tony.
I am. Yeah.
I
Oh,
wanna see it.
Tony.
That was a good
Yeah,
response.
I want more Tony Hawk. Absolutely.
No.
I don't
It's
know.
gotta-
I don't think it'll be good, but I
It's
want to
gotta
see
be
it.
more
Yeah.
like skate.
Yeah.
It's gotta be more like skate, or I don't want to play it.
Ollie Ollie, I think.
Or
could be
Ollie
teaching some
Ollie,
great
sure.
lessons.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm
I
psyched.
just. I like Tony Hawk. I want the best for him for sure, and he's had a really good life. So I feel like he could take a break from the video game. It's fine.
Yes.
No sweat.
I think
He should be a ninja.
Okay, Marissa, are you
Yes.
watching MLB or the NHL playoffs?
Well, I'm watching MLB. I'm not watching any NHL playoffs because the Leafs aren't in it, so just who cares? And I just like watching my Twitter feed or my Facebook feed when the Montreal Canadiens like that last because they were down 3-1, and I saw the Stewie. You see Elias Tofexis?
Is that hockey?
Did
It's
he
always
did
Elias,
the Stewie?
yeah.
Yeah, that's hockey. He's a Canadiens fan, so he put the Stewie meme with like the gun in his mouth. He's like Montreal Canadiens Stewie with the gun in his mouth.
Somebody needs to do that with Scott in
he's
the
Adam Jensen.
Oculus headset.
Yeah.
Someone will put that on and kill himself. You know that's going to happen.
No,
Of
don't
course it's
say
gonna
that.
happen.
Oh, that's too bleak.
You're
It's
Okay.
no, for sure,
Here's something
guys.
that's bleak. This is
Okay.
the second last question. Is there a curse on the Star Wars movies because Mark Hamill injured himself shortly
there's
after
no
filming the
curse.
first one? Harrison Ford got injured on the new one.
Stay present.
So
Stay
yeah, it's
here,
kind of
stay
a
present.
kind of a weird
No.
question.
It's
There
like
is a
the-
curse on the prequels though because they suck.
It's almost over.
If
I
there
put
were-
it on the
If there
prequels.
was a curse, Harrison Ford would not have survived that plane crash. You know.
Yes.
If,
And also curses don't exist in real life, people.
yeah. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
they do.
curse. No,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Jesus
Guys, can I
Christ.
say something? I don't know. I think maybe I've been doing some terrible things with my life or been evil lately because I've been having really evil dreams where like the devil's gonna get me, and every time I have a nightmare, I wake up at 3:15, the devil's hour.
Hey, you're not alone. Right now.
Are you sitting next to a clock? Turn your clock off, and I bet you won't wake up at 3.
I think I haven't.
We seriously did like 4 different shows.
Okay, last question.
I get really scared.
Last question is, it's
I
a
believe these horror
two-parter.
movies.
Okay.
Did Scott get his citizenship, and how did your date go? People keep asking about it.
How did my day go?
Your
Date.
date from 5 weeks ago.
That was
when
like,
you
wait,
talked
that
about
was
it.
a million. It didn't go well.
Have
We
you had
already
another
went over
date
this.
since
No,
then?
I haven't.
You should go on some dates.
I don't know what to do,
Go on
guys.
some dates. Don't talk about Bloodborne.
I want to tell them about Bloodborne.
Don't talk about Bloodborne.
They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
know.
are we playing this weekend and watching?
Bloodborne.
What are you watching, Scott?
I'm X-Files.
I'm intrigued by this. I feel like I should also watch X-Files.
Watch
Yeah,
X-Files.
for sure.
Yeah. So I'll do that and.
You know what sucks is I have all of these DVD box sets.
Of course.
All of them.
It's like
Tons
all
of
your
them.
DVDs.
And now
I
they're
know.
all on Netflix, and those DVDs are worthless.
You know what I'm
They're
gonna play though?
worthless.
Assassin's Creed
Chronicles.
Chronicles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play that because that looks like a game that's up my alley.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm playing Wolfenstein.
Yeah, me too. I'm
And I don't.
playing that.
Yeah, I don't. We haven't aired the review. It's not us, Stephen Raju. But
Stephen Raju are doing
Machine does a
review.
great job with those games. I'll say that.
Super cool. And I'm also playing. I want to give a shout out to a Vancouver company called Kerberos. Is that right? Is that
I don't know.
I think it's a Kerberos. I don't know.
Oh.
I never can pronounce their name
So
properly.
why are you doing a shout out for?
Because I've been
you
playing
can't pronounce?
Kaiju A Go-Go.
Oh yeah, Kaiju Go-Go.
And I've been at their studios before
Yep.
and totally butchered their names before, so they know I can't pronounce the
He's sorry.
Kerberos.
who butchers the name of their company.
Yes, but this game is cool. It's like Sim City, but you're controlling a kaiju, and you go rushing.
Oh, I like that.
You rush through the towns, and you crush everything, and you kill all the army people. Look, there's little mini Harrison Ford.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Distracted. Like I am with food.
That's all you are.
That's all you.
Kerberos Production.
Kerberos.
Okay.
Did it.
Nice,
And
guys.
everybody needs to watch. First of all, Monday our Game of Thrones chat for
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
yeah.
Also
9
Tuesday
o'clock,
we have
9
a
a.m.
really special story airing
Yes.
on Tuesday's episode of EP Daily.
Yeah.
It might be a game announcement, but we can't tell you about what.
Something
I know,
cool.
but
We're
I
gonna
did
be
go
announcing
somewhere
it-
and
yeah, we're gonna be announcing.
I talked to
it.
people and I also ate all their food. So that happened.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, it always happens.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you Monday for Game of Thrones at 9.
Stitcher, go see Avengers again because Hot Pursuit looks like
Oh,
crap.
that's okay.
Thanks,
Bye.
buddy. Bye.
Dick's Basement would like to thank its sponsors, EB Games, Nintendo, Xbox, and Gameloft, makers of Dragon Mania Legends, which you can play for free right now.